Als, I don't want to hold you up. If you want to go another round, I'm down for it. If you need to go, don't hurt yourself. I do not want you to hurt yourself, please.
We can run one more while we do our Bible study, or we can just do our Bible study, actually.
It's a Bible study.
Yeah, I'd rather not run one while we do a Bible study. Here we go. I think we're on day, what are we on, day 17? Are we? No, we're on day 20. Are y'all ready for this? So the verse of the day is Numbers 23:19, and it says, God is not human, that he should lie, not a human being, that he should change his mind. Does he speak and then not act? Does he promise and not fulfill? So basically what this is saying is, God is not a human. Why would he lie? God is not a human being. Like, why would he change his mind? When God speaks, he acts on it. When he promises, he fulfills it. That's what this is saying. And so, day 20's title, God is who he says he is. And it says, you know who had some serious courage? Gideon, the one from the Bible. In Judges 6, all the Israelites were misbehaving in serious ways, the kind of ways that separate them from God. The Lord gave them over to their enemies, and they were living in fear, hiding away, and being defeated and robbed. When the Israelites began to cry out to God for rescue, I know that move, don't you? Hiding from God when you feel like you've messed up, but then asking him to rescue you when you've gotten into a bad spot. Yeah, that's me. God decided to show mercy and deliver them, defeating the other armies by the Israelite army. And Gideon, this unlikely little guy, was about to have a unique call of courage. Starting in Judges 6:11, we see Gideon threshing this wheat while hiding out in the winepress instead of separating the wheat in a normal public place. So instead of like being in a public place and like doing his job, he was like fearful because like of all this attack going on. So he was doing it like in this winepress, like in secret. An angel of the Lord appeared to him and said, "The Lord is with you, mighty warrior." This statement surprised Gideon because, well, he was hiding, which is not your typical whitey warrior behavior. But the Lord told Gideon that he was the guy who was going to lead the army to save Israel from the Midianites. When he heard this, Gideon immediately started explaining to God why he was the wrong guy for the job. He belonged to the weakest clan, and he was the weakest of the weakest clan. You know what was happening there? Gideon was looking at himself and his own abilities rather than looking at a God and believing that he is who he says he is. You are deeply loved and called to be courageous by a God who is perfect and perfectly trustworthy. If you're feeling stuck, looking for your own shortcomings, look upward to Jesus, who is exactly who he says who he is, who defeated death itself and who empowers you to be brave. So your Be Brave action plan is, are you hiding from God right now? You don't have to hide. God is making you brave day by day. That's so true. Like, so many times in our lives, I feel like whenever like we feel like we're called to be something great, or we feel God's called us to be something great, we automatically just disqualify ourselves. And that could go for you if you're not Christian too. If you just like so many times we give up on ourselves. Like we don't let ourselves reach our fullest potential because we make excuses for like why we're not great so that it doesn't like hurt us. It's so weird. Like it's our way to like cope like if we fail is by saying that we're not good and not trying new things because we're so scared of rejection and to fail. When in reality, like when you believe in God, if God calls you to do something, it's by his strength and by his power that he's calling you to do it, and he does not fail because he's not a human. So it's like, I don't know. What do you think?
I think that's it. I think that's right on. You're very good at explaining those things. Very good.
I don't even know if it makes sense when I talk.
Oh my gosh, it does. It does. Don't use that saying as a comfort phrase because it does make sense. Be confident in the words that God gives you.
I'm confident in them. It's just like sometimes like I don't it doesn't hurt like to like reword things if they're not said clearly.
True.
You know what I
But
mean?
they are they're usually always pretty clear. You're very well spoken.
Sometimes.
Yeah, same. Samesies.
All right, Oz. I'm gonna go tell Jacob we're gonna battle him tomorrow at 10:30 instead.
All right, bro.
All right. Good night.
All right, good night. Thank you for letting us join the Bible study again.
Welcome.